can do it,
Oh, lost
Look
it.
at that. I planned that the whole time.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Michael with RC Crawling. Today, it's a quick video. I'm going to show you how I have added body lines to just help these details pop when you're on the rocks. So let's dive into it. It's a real simple process, and I will drop a link in the comment of the paint and the tools that I've used. Let's take a little bit of a closer look at the tools we're using today. I've got the Tamiya Panel Line Accent Color. It is essentially just a thin black paint, and this may cause plastic to become brittle, and it may dissolve the underlying paint, which it does if you've used rattle can or enamel paint. The thinner in this will thin your base coat, so you've got to be careful where you put this. Open this up. The cap does come with a little brush. I feel like this is a little bit large for especially the 1/30th scale crawler bodies, but you can use that. I opted to order, essentially this is a calligraphy pen, just an ink pen that you dip into the paint, and it has these little nibs. So if you're familiar with a fountain pen, that's exactly what this is. I've gone ahead and done a little bit on this so you can see the difference between the highlighted with black and the unhighlighted. The black stands out, especially at a distance. You can tell that there's some detail there. So all we're going to do to apply this, shake it, and we're going to take our pen, dip it in the ink. Oh, I went too deep. And if we'll focus, you can see there's ink there in that little eye hole. And that's going to come out between the nibs when we apply a little bit of pressure. So we will take our model and just carefully put that nib right between the raised portions. And we'll just carefully draw that black ink down in there. And you can see I overlapped a little bit. While it's still wet, just gently wipe it off. If you're using a light base color, it's going to stain it. So unfortunately, that's one of those things that you just have to be careful of trying to avoid. Get a little bit more ink. And this stuff is so thin, once you get it in the crack, it just kind of spreads and runs out itself. So just take your time. And you can add more or less to get a different effect. But it just helps accent the features that are already there so they're not lost when you're out on the rocks. Let's do this top of the truck back here for the lift gate. So from a distance, you can see it. Depending on the angle, it kind of disappears. We'll get some fresh ink and just run this right along that line. And it's pretty easy once you find the indentation to just follow that groove. And if you've run out of ink, you can just redip and touch up the areas that you would like to have a little darker. And if you've gone too dark, you can use a paper towel and just dab a little bit of it off. And you can carefully just scrape over the top of it to wipe off any excess that is outside the area that you want to highlight. Well, that's a very easy way to add some detail to your models. I've already done this red one, and without the black panel lines, it all kind of disappeared together. There was not much definition at a distance. It just looked like one solid red chunk of a body. But now, out on the rocks, with the black in the grooves, it adds a lot of depth and brings out those details, just to help give it a more scale appearance when you're out crawling. If you're using it on light colors and it bleeds, unfortunately it stains, so you can see on this body it stained a little bit, but from 3 feet it's not going to be an issue, and it still helps accent those details that are there so they're not lost in the color all being the same. I'm going to do this blue Jeep too. I didn't choose this as a demonstration just because the black against blue is hard to see on camera, but it'll still help accentuate those details that you have in your 3D printed or even your injection molded bodies. I did this with a Sharpie, but same effect. You can see those molded details further away when they're accented like that. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate everyone that spends their time watching my videos. I hope this was helpful. What other tricks do you use to make your crawlers look more scale, more detailed? Drop a comment, let me know. If you like this type of video, I will try to do more of these. I'm working on installing Windows on my SCX30 XJ build. So if anybody wants to learn how to install Windows, I could do a video on that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I will catch you again soon in the next video.